Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Packer Universe podcast, aka the Pup List. We're a Green Bay Packers fan podcast that brings you topical and relevant Packers news, along with our most humble, subjective opinions. This is episode 336. Recording this tonight live on Wednesday, November 24th, 2025.
That would be a Monday.
Oh,
November 24th, 2025.
Wow.
You're still in the. It's a Monday.
It's
that's
a
like
Monday,
a Wednesday
it's a
today.
Tuesday,
Thursday, it's
Wednesday.
Saturday.
Dang, I'm off. But we just had a game last night and, yesterday afternoon. We beat the Vikings kind of handily. But we're going to move past that, Ren, pretty quick here because we got a short week. And it's Thanksgiving on Thursday, and that means Thanksgiving football. And the Packers got scheduled to go to Detroit, right?
Oh, yeah. And so, speaking of fans, Tan, a fan podcast, I think you're going to take the reins with that, and we got to break a little bread and cut a little turkey and do a little talk, Tay.
That's right. We got some special guests on tonight. It is our friends Dave and Phil from the Lion and the Cub podcast, broadcast, streamer cast. All right, let's bring them in. Had to give you guys the proper entrance.
Wow. Where did you get that from? I looked all over for a Lions theme song, and it never sounded that good.
Yeah? You gotta talk to me. DM me.
AI.
What are we thankful for this week, guys? I certainly am thankful for Lions fans on the podcast here in 2025. Breaking a little bread, eating a little turkey.
I'm thankful for wins.
Yeah,
I'm thankful that the team's won. I guess I'm thankful that we're here. I'm thankful for fans of teams because we're here tonight because of that. I love that. What about you,
I'm
the old man?
For Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yes, very much so. Yes,
we'd be 0-7 without him.
That's right. Must be waxing Gibbs
what's their
right
record?
now.
How many games have they played? 10.
They've played 10. Yep.
Yeah, waxing Gibbs. Nice one, Tay, because we remember Phil, he's got his moon stuff to tell us about coming on Thanksgiving. I don't know if that means a loss is coming or what the moon is going to tell us here come Thursday.
Let me see here. I'll definitely take a look to see what we got going on here.
I mean, you guys got a stud now. I mean, Gibbs is amazing. I mean, he dominated that game. What is it, 265, somewhere around there, all-purpose yards?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, 3 TDs. Incredible, man. 250-plus yards from scrimmage for anybody is just a monster.
Philip has built an attachment on his apartment on the money he's made from the ATTD Jahmyr Gibbs, right, Phil? Right?
Yeah, up until recently, because before it was easy money, but now it's like even 2 touchdowns isn't really that good of a value of a bet anymore, and that's kind of crazy to think about. You know, I will say, taking a weapon like that in the first round is always very scary, especially a running back. I mean, running backs are so dime a dozen. Their careers are sometimes short-lived due to the strengths of what the position comes to. You know, you take a lot of beatings and stuff. I think there's a few anomalies left in the league, like especially if you look at a guy like Saquon Barkley, who clearly felt like he deserved the money and then went and proved it and won a championship. So the good thing about Gibbs is we don't have to pay him yet. And so that's going to be coming up soon. But what I will say is I don't think I've watched a player be able to be that fast in open field, like maybe Tyreek Hill in recent years, but his ability to create space in open field is just insane. And also the stat of he's at 44 touchdowns now, which puts him 3 away from breaking the most touchdowns records by someone under the age of 24, which is 47 held by Barry Sanders, which is pretty crazy. Barry Sandy.
Spoken like a true Lions fan.
We love our Barry Sandy.
And because Gibbs doesn't turn 25 till March. So, yeah, it looks like the way he's playing that'll happen.
Speaking of Sandy, where does he?
Well within reach.
Yeah. Where does he rank with you guys right now? I mean, is this still like in a couple of years we'll decide, but is he like up there with you in terms of Sanders?
Oh, as in terms of player wise? Well, I mean,
No.
to him, yeah, I get, to him it's no. I guess probably to someone around my age it would be yeah, just because we didn't watch most of him playing, and also I guess you could say they've sort of had the same amount of success, but I mean, we also went a very long time without having a 100-yard rusher. So I would put him probably in the top 5, though. I mean, top 10. The Lions franchise has been around a long time, and I don't know about like the 1950s era, so I don't want to sound too goofy, but
they only played like 10, 12 games back then and carried,
carried
the ball like 8 times a game. So,
but the ball was made out of lead, so they couldn't even throw the ball either. So guys like Sammy Baugh and Otto Graham.
Slinging Sammy Baugh, they called him. Slinging Sammy Baugh.
But yeah, Gibbs is especially for how rough the O-line started to look yesterday. And up the past couple of weeks, I think the loss of Frank Ragnow is a lot bigger than what we anticipate. And so, they'll be looking to make some moves there. But yeah, even you've seen the less usage of Montgomery, even in some shortage yardage, or even Gibbs lined up at wide receiver and they ran an end around, and they've also ran some of those inside motion screens to him, which I don't particularly like. I think that was a sign of John Morton's play calling that Dan's kind of picked up on. But yeah, Gibbs in open field is about as dangerous as they come. So.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say once he gets past that first level, I mean, Gibbs is dangerous. He can make stuff happen.
He's great. He's a great player.
And if he's got open field in front of him, I mean, forget about it. It's over. He's housing it. And let's maybe rewind the tape a little bit on him, because I'm curious when he was taken at the time, everybody's like, whoa, that's a little early for this guy. I mean, he was taken high in the draft. He had like a 2nd-round grade on him, and everybody's like, what are the Lions doing here? And obviously your GM Brad Holmes, if I know that correctly, hit it out of the ballpark with that pick. I mean, he is front and center. I mean, people think Amon-Ra St. Brown is the Lions offense, but at this point it's Jahmyr Gibbs, and it's not even close.
It was starting to become Sam Laporta until
he went down mysteriously.
But receiving wise,
there, guys, we both lost our premier tight ends over the last few weeks, and that's a tough go. And it's really hampered some of these offenses with both teams in some regards, and they're trying to find their way through that. And obviously, the Lions had a tight one yesterday against the Giants, which was
always tough.
Giants at home.
Always tough. Giants, they look like they're going to make a run this year to the Super Bowl, don't you think? The Giants, that's a good team, well coached,
that they're trotting out there as starters at the moment.
They were just like, well, they had a trick play on the first series, go for a touchdown, and it was just like,
take that.
I heard somebody today say that we would have called this same old Lions before Dan Campbell came along. That's the kind of game they used to lose all the time. A bad team comes in and then they just crap on the 50-yard line, but they managed to pull it out. So,
tell me a little bit about that game. I guess there was a quizzical moment for the Giants late. They could have maybe taken 3 and increased the lead to 6 and
6.
They kind of crapped the bed there, and
I didn't
come back in and.
I didn't disagree with it that much. The Lions tried as hard as they could to not tie the game, but they went for the win. And for a team without a head coach, they got nothing to lose, and they had us all the way back. Me and the rest of the team had us all backed up inside the 5-yard line, right, Phil?
Yeah, it was on like the. Yes, I think it was on the
4-yard line.
Yeah, yep.
And we had to go all the way to get a tying field goal with one timeout that we pissed away. We had what did they do? They
somehow they were about to have a delay a game, and they had to call a timeout due to the play call.
It.
Well, right? They spiked it, and then they had to call the timeout because they let it delay a game. Yeah.
The last one. Oh my goodness. It was just
and they huddled up too. I don't know. There was I can't lie.
Running.
This was not a
It was a mess.
If you were in the Streamcast,
it was a mess.
I was crashing out quite often because it was 2-9. I mean, they're 2-9. It's the Giants. And listen here. Listen, I'll say one thing. I have always been a Jameis Winston fan. I've always loved Jameis. I think Jameis should be starting in the NFL based off that game yesterday. He had, I think it was like 18 yards per air attempts. Like that's how much the ball actually traveled in the air yesterday, which led the NFL this season. And then obviously the trick plays were crazy. I mean, he has a receiving touchdown. I mean,
I saw that one.
Yeah, it's just, again, the fact that we even had Russell Wilson even start for the Giants is probably why Dable doesn't have a job there anymore, given the fact that the way that how well the Jackson Dart played. And then again, Jameis Winston is a goober, but man, is he again, he tore apart. They took advantage of a banged up defensive secondary. And we had worked like Rodrigo was slowly came back. This was his first game back.
Reed just came back. Is that right too?
Yeah, right. DJ Reed just came back too. They definitely still working some in. And it's just wild to me that the sloppiness of, and again, the Lions, you saw that stat 1,000 times. They haven't lost back-to-back games in 3 full seasons or whatever it is. And it's very much like there's a reason why they have that is because Dan Campbell gets the team prepared after what I think was as bad as they looked in that Eagles game. The defense played so good for them to come out and play so bad against Jameis again, which I think he should be. There's a lot of teams that could use a Jameis that could be helpful for them. But again, the
Lions
I would love for him to be in our team. One, he's a good locker room guy, and
two, our backup.
He can go out there and throw. Jameis and Justin Jefferson, there's a good example. Jameis and the Browns. Oh wait, he was already there, and that wasn't good enough. Like there's a couple good ideas there, just to say a couple. But no, again, the way that the defense just looked, I mean, they were gashing us for chunk yards, and again, two trick plays that should never happen. The game is just completely different. But again, I will never apologize for a win. And again, then to watch the locker room afterwards, Dan Campbell, getting them all locked in. But yeah, it is pretty crazy that we've both now lost our sequential tight ends this season. I think yours is obviously a little more obvious of an injury, where ours, it's very unclear what's going on with our guy.
Yeah,
hitting the
back.
Basically broke he's broken his back. And so, which sucks. They're both very good. And that you could see Jared Goff was looking for that guy the past 2 weeks as his, it's his binky. And so, it's always suck when you lose your safety blanket.
And that was Jordan's guy too. I mean, yards after the catch, he was leading the NFL, and and suddenly that's not there, and we're just getting Watson back over the last couple of weeks, and it's just the pass catching offense with the Packers right now is just a little clunky. It's not, Jaden Reed's going to be back here in a week or two. Matthew Golden did not play yesterday. Tay and I were together there at Lambeau yesterday.
Nice.
It was
something we can't do. So congratulations.
We can't afford to go to games anymore.
Defensive effort was, I mean, the Minnesota Vikings had -4 yards of offense in the second half. I mean, it was just an incredible game to watch from that perspective. But let me ask you guys before we get into this matchup on Thursday. When you look from afar and when you look up close, you've seen it. How are you guys thinking about JJ McCarthy? And let's have a little fun with Skull Nation here.
Oh, well, ours
JJ sucks. Next.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're talking to two guys that didn't like him in college either. So, I think some of his big things is that he can't meditate in the end zone. He has to do it on the bench. That seems to have really thrown him off. It seems like his second persona, the 9, as he likes to call it, he turns into 9. Maybe he needs to be recharged or something because it's not working. He's going into concussion protocol. He did.
Beat the Lions.
Very true. He beat the Lions. He had a hell of a game. But he's in concussion protocol, so we wish him the best. But
we wish him the best.
if they're lost dogs. They're lost.
He's a bust.
Why would you get rid of Sam Darnold though? Like, why wouldn't you keep with what you know and let him develop, kind of like a thing the Packers did, which clearly upset AR, but it was the right move. You got to sometimes do what's best for the team, which is keep around. If you have a young quarterback, to have a veteran presence around to help shape him into a quarterback. JJ didn't really have to make plays in college. JJ just hand off left, hand off right, hand off left. If you never watched much of Michigan, Blake Corum hard carried those Michigan's teams as well as their tight ends, and their defense also really hard carried those teams. So again, JJ needs.
He was a team manager.
He's a game manager for sure. But again, he just wasn't expected to have to make throws. But when you have a guy, look at what the Bengals did. They went out and picked up Joe Flacco because they have two guys that are elite, and you have a guy that's elite in Minnesota and wide receiver. Say what you want about him, but
they went to the last game of the year with a chance to have the same record as the Lions. They could have been 15-2. They lost the last game to the Lions, finished 14-3, and decided that JJ, who hadn't played the whole year, he was hurt.
Yeah,
man, that's stuff that gets you fired. That's all I got to say about that.
KOC is a good offensive mind, but I don't know what Kwesi and him were thinking with regard to this. But JJ was definitely one of our best offensive playmakers yesterday, no doubt.
There you
go. Sure. Yeah, I mean, again, but even if you think about it, like,
but he beat the Lions, so
you would assume you knew what Sam Darnold was. There's this. Yeah, and you know what? Sam Darnold looked like Sam Darnold of old last week when he threw 5 or 6 picks or whatever it was. But you know what they did? They turned around and they won again, and that's a dangerous team too.
They beat the Titans, man. That's
a get right. Here. But that's a get right game though, and they took advantage of it. But still, I'm just saying, like, if the whole stigma around Sam Darnold is he's going to look like Sam Darnold one day, well, I don't know. I would take whatever Sam Darnold is now if I was a Minnesota Vikings fan versus what I have now. But luckily, I'm not a Minnesota Vikings fan, and so I get to not have to worry about that. So
there was plenty of purple in Lambeau yesterday, and
sure.
The Packer defense did the skull clap on an interception celebration, and I was skulling a lady behind me hard. So she probably loved me a whole lot, but I had fun yelling skull quite loud yesterday in the stands.
There you go. A couple of adult beverages, a little skull. Life is good.
It was a single beer and a hot chocolate, but
I was going to say you can't afford.
We love to make the purple people feel pretty bad. So
can't afford multiple beers.
They seem to be spiraling a little bit, Minnesota. So that's good news for both of us. But the rest of the NFC North won yesterday: Chicago, Green Bay, and Detroit. But you look at the NFC standings now, guys. Chicago is on top. Like, who saw that coming? Nobody. Not one of us saw that coming. The Packers are only above Detroit because they won and they have one less loss, but 7-3-1 and 7-4 for Detroit in third place. So this game is pretty huge on Thanksgiving, right? Like, how much weight are you holding for this game for your Detroit Lions, guys?
Especially after week 1, where we haven't got back together since
they get pounded. Right. They got pounded in week 1. Week 1 is always, they say, don't let week 1 color your opinion for the whole year, kind of thing. And then Detroit came out and won 4 in a row after that. But then now they've injuries are starting to pile up, and they're. All I know is that if Detroit plays like they did yesterday, Green Bay's going to win by about 200 points.
It's not wrong.
Their offensive line is not good. Their defensive line is not good. The front four on defense is just not very good right now. They're not very good.
If you guys had to pick a front runner in the NFC, who would you say it is at the moment?
The whole NFC?
The NFC, yeah.
Eagles.
Oh,
really?
No, I would be with the Rams.
Yeah. Did you see Mr. Kelly Stafford play last night?
I don't know, man. I think until they're out, The thing about the Rams is there's just one Puka Nacua or Devontae Adams injury from not being as dangerous as they are, and those are two guys that are very injury prone. Or if Matthew Stafford gets hurt, they're done, unfortunately.
Every team.
Okay, fine. My top three in the NFC are the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Eagles. That would be my top three.
I think the Seahawks are frauds, personally. Yeah. And watching the Rams last night, I think they're the class, guys. And I think Matt Stafford, at this point, he is heads and tails the MVP of the NFL.
HOF. He's in MVP and an HOF. He's all like, there it is.
He's on a heater, man. He is just slinging it. I mean, he's got those offensive weapons, and they look tough to beat.
Matty does get hurt a lot. He is, he's had a
dog.
lot of injuries because he takes a beating. He really does. But he's.
Coming into the season, everybody's like, "Is this guy going to even be healthy to play the season?" And suddenly, we're what a week 12 we're going to be entering, and he's the clear-cut MVP.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. No doubt. The Lions play the Rams towards the end of the season, right? Well, everything's towards the end of the season now. But they do play the Rams, right? In LA.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. I got one thing right. Okay, good.
If the season ended today and we went to the playoffs, you guys would be out.
Yeah.
The season ended today. We go, why are they ending the season 7 weeks early? That's what I would say.
I don't know. To me, that's crazy.
That would be a good question, Dave.
What happened to make them stop now? All that money they're blowing.
Right.
Well, yes, they would be out. The Lions, to me, are a wild card team. I said, they were like an 11 and how many they play now? 11-6 team, maybe 12-5, and that's probably what they're going to end up being. Is probably a wild card team. And I think the Bears are going to spiral at some point. I think the Packers will probably win the division, but we'll see. Got to play the games.
Absolutely got to do that. And this Packer team, they're a little Jekyll and Hyde, so you don't know what you're going to get week to week. And
same thing from the Lions. They can look great.
What they are, usually every week, even when they get a nice win like they did yesterday.
Yeah. What about what's his name from the Cowboys? Is he playing great?
Yeah,
I don't remember his name. Yeah. Micah. That's it. Micah.
You didn't forget.
Micah took over the second half of that football game yesterday, guys. If you didn't see,
did he?
Just go watch some of the Micah highlights.
He was all over it.
He is Phil's just yawning there. He's triple teamed, and he's throwing one guy down. And the last offensive lineman comes around and has to basically hold him, which should be a safety in the end zone. But JJ survives at the half-yard line. But Micah reps wreck shop yesterday.
He's having a good season. I mean,
he got to his 10th sack already yesterday. So only onward and upward from here. And
Aiden Hutchinson got called out by the guy that was blocking him after the game yesterday. Did you see that? Because Aiden Hutchinson ended the game on a sack, but the guy that was blocking him actually blocked him out wide, and that quarterback fell back. It was 4th down and 10. It was like the fourth down of that last drive for them with a chance to tie it. But the guy who was not really their best lineman said, he wasn't that good.
Of course you'd say that.
Well, let's start getting into these Packers and these Lions. But outside of Hutch, who do we have to worry about? Getting pressure on the quarterback this year, guys.
Well, Davenport's coming back. Marcus Davenport, right, Phil? Is Marcus Davenport coming back this week?
Should be back this week on a short
4 or 5 plays.
About him, I mean, is there?
No, I don't know. I wouldn't.
That is actually worrisome for this Packers.
Aleem McNeil.
The dream might be really good.
Aleem McNeil should be good. He's still coming off a 10-month. He did come back early on a ACL tear, so which is some are saying
they screwed up by not having a match for Aiden, not drafting somebody that could, or getting a free agent, especially at the trade deadline. They really messed up. That's my opinion.
Now, I'd say
the expectations are very high.
Devontae Wyatt in the middle over McNeil at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, again, he's just coming off he's only played 2 games this season, so I just 10-month injury. So we'll see. I mean, again, I think that the tape
he's getting better.
Not there yet, so I guess we'll see how it goes. But he didn't play in the first game, which could have been attributed to maybe the success of you guys' run game that week. And week one, it's a fluke. Everybody says so.
Well, it's extended. September's extended preseason. It's everybody's getting.
The Lions never play anybody in the preseason at all. They don't play Jared Goff one down in the preseason, so they don't play any of their running backs or anybody. It was all draft picks.
Are you guys worried about the Detroit defense? Holding
worry about it every week.
Yep.
One of the things I worry the most about. I mean, I right now they can't keep anybody healthy. They just can't keep anybody healthy, though. That's just the problem. It's like the injury bug is starting to spread again. The injury report used to go to 3 to 4 each week, and it's now up to 15 players. Which again, the season is a long season. It just seems like, but they are going to be starting to getting players back, like Davenport and stuff like that. And you hope that they can make an impact.
Hopefully, Terrion Arnold, right? He's got the concussion.
Yeah, Well, it's Kirby Joseph is really really the glue in the.
He's pretty good.
To me, that's I think what's missing the most on the defense is we each have our piece. So we have Aiden on the line, and then you have Jack Campbell and Thor and Anzalone at linebacker, and then for your secondaries, it's always Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph. And just that whole the whole crew needs that whole crew. Terrion Arnold, Amik Robinson, and DJ Reader, them all being DJ Reed, all together. DJ Reader is another guy that hopefully will be back at some point. But
next man up.
They glue in the secondary. They just seem to be very lacking in who can guard who and stuff like that. So. I mean, I think obviously best ability is availability, and the defense is definitely banged up again this year. But I do think the Sam Laporta injury is, I still think, a bigger deal.
It's a huge deal
than any of the defensive injuries now, because you could see what those guys could do against semi-decent teams. Every team in the NFL is a professional team. Obviously, some are better than the other, but that legion of whom. That they got nicknamed now for the past couple of weeks is when we started to get back our secondary. But I mean, Brian Branch needs to stay in the game, and we'll see.
Sam Laporta was really becoming a elite tight end.
Yeah, I know he was. He was on my fantasy football team. Tell me about
well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, he really
don't blame me though.
Was becoming an elite tight end, and then for that to happen, and he finished the game. It was he wasn't hurt. And then it was he's not practicing on Tuesday and Wednesday.
And then
back surgery. What?
Yeah.
It was
that's nuts.
NFL's brutal, man. It really is.
Let's talk about this interior line. How are we feeling come Thursday, guys?
Not good.
Never good. Wasn't good about it going into the season. Mahogany was a project that was a project coming into it that you didn't know. Tate Ravledge is a rookie. Obviously, he's playing at a high clip. But they're all banged up again. I mean, Mahogany is now out for the season. So you bring in a guy like Awasaka, who again is a backup that can somewhat play.
He's not Ayasaka.
Yeah. He's not a starter though. Graham Glasgow, I just think is better at a guard than he is at a center, but he's also they're also kind of, I mean, this will most likely be Decker's probably last season. And
he's just getting older.
Yeah, the O-line's just getting older, and that'll be a big focus of the draft and probably some off-season acquisitions. But I think they didn't expect. I mean, again, the injury bug is just, and they've and you also, it doesn't help when you got stone cold Jared Goff in the background who can't move with his feet. So it's
not exactly Steve Young. Is that what you're saying, Phil?
Is that what you're saying? It's just unfortunate that when you have O-line issues with a quarterback that is mobile, it's not as apparent. And Jared Goff vertical is better than Jared Goff horizontal. So
are we a little worried about that guy? What's his name? Michael Parsons, Dave and Phil. Are we worried about this guy come Thursday? And with that,
definitely.
That banged up
we're very worried. Worried about it every day. I think I think that hopefully out of our 18 offensive coordinators or one of the play callers can figure out how to stay away from him. You know, the way that they, you know, I would assume we'd have a lot of chipping and stuff like that. They did a lot of that for Aiden, but I mean, Micah's going to make plays. So
how is he against the run though? Before the season, it was like, well, he's not very good against the run. He's really good against the pass.
He's been very, very solid against the run.
Okay.
And they also have good middle linebacker help. Quay Walker did not play yesterday. He had a stinger. Kind of more, hey, let's not force him into action, just like Josh Jacobs
right.
today.
Right.
So those guys be available for Detroit on Thanksgiving. You know, and as a result, when you have good middle linebacker play, it makes Micah in his position look a little better with the run there. But his motor never stops, man. He's trying to get to the ball carrier if he can, any play. Sometimes the one thing, you know, we'll whine about as Packer fans is he's not getting the holding calls all year. I mean, it's egregious at times, and it does not happen.
We see that too with Aiden Hutchinson. It's like, come on, man. But the thing is, since Aiden is all by himself, they double team him, and we don't have anybody else that can, you know, single team can beat a guy. So
that's what we had with
the kind of mediocre right now with Rashawn Gary. We just got Van Ness back yesterday to play a few snaps, and we're hoping, you know,
how old is Gary?
How old is he? He started the season, you know, with 6.5 sacks through, I want to say, the first 5 games, and he's just kind of his snap count has diminished over the last few weeks, and he's just been really nowhere to be found. He did have a nice pressure yesterday that led to a McDuffie interception of McCarthy.
Is he hurt?
No, just not producing. And you guys probably love that because he's a Michigan product, but you know, he just is not. You would think based on what he is, what he brings to the table. When they brought in Micah, he was gonna just spike off the charts, and it's not been the case.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Who's your backup quarterback?
Do we have one, Phil?
Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen.
Okay.
Didn't he used to play defensive end for the Vikings? Kyle Allen. What was that guy's name? Jared Allen.
Jarrett Allen, I think.
His name
not
is Jared.
Yeah. That would be Kyle Allen.
Okay.
Kyle Allen. He has started.
Well, we saw Teddy Bridgewater last night.
Teddy Two Gloves, your guy. He was wearing
Baker in the sling, Dave. Baker in the sling.
So he came in?
Yeah, so Teddy played the whole second half.
Your boy Teddy is in Los Angeles last night in a dome, mind you, wearing a knit hat with full sleeves.
Yeah.
He's like 2 gloves on. I don't know.
Yeah, Teddy Two Gloves. That's just what he's always played with.
I mean, I don't know what he'd do at Lambeau if it's 30 degrees, if he just turn into an icicle.
Teddy 4 gloves.
Well, you gotta understand, he's from the Bayou, so you know the LA heat doesn't. The LA heat doesn't touch the swamp heat of Florida. So
that's right. That's very true. You're right again.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun though. This is obviously this is a very critical game for both of our teams. We're both in a time of need, and we'll just gotta see what we gotta go.
Do you guys like the change to noon as opposed to 11 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day?
Oh, it changed. Nice.
It changed. Yeah, we're the first to know. We're cutting edge news guys. They changed.
What? I mean, that lets me sleep in a little longer. That'll be nice.
We're 1 o'clock kickoff, Phil. Is
noon.
Standard.
Or wait, we're at 1.
Wait, for us, so you guys are.
It's 1 o'clock. So they pushed it from 12:30 to 1.
Right.
I don't know what is there, like 6 games this Thanksgiving? I don't know what they're doing. So,
well, we are. You know, this year we get all the holidays. We have Christmas and we have Thanksgiving this year. That's great. That's 2 shorter episodes for us, which is nice. That's helped our budget out a lot because the show cost has gone up due to you know, unforeseen addictions and stuff like that. And so
addictions.
And so you know, besides all of that, I mean, what's your guys' favorite Thanksgiving dish?
There you go. Look at you suddenly playing that rare card.
Right, let's go round the horn and start with Tay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I'm a mashup kind of guy. I'd get the turkey, the stuffing, the gravy, the corn, all in one mound. No potatoes for me. So just that little conglomerate.
And then cheese on top. Cheese, of course, right? Cheese on top.
If it's there, doing it, and maybe dip a little bread in there. So
Okay. All right. So I guess we're just going over our plates now. So what do you get on your plate, Ren?
I definitely love myself some green bean casserole, Phil.
Yeah, mix that in too.
Homemade cranberry sauce. Hit me with those good mashed potatoes and gravy. Definitely got to make the gravy homemade from those turkey drippings. Definitely like to brine my turkey, make it nice and moist. Stuffing, love the stuffing. Definitely have full plate. I don't care as much about the dessert. Give me all that. Give me all that salt on my plate, and let's go.
Yeah. Okay, old man. What you like?
Let me see. We're gonna have the Costco pumpkin pie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say TV tray. Like
no, Costco pumpkin pie. Have you ever had that?
No,
it's like $6, and it's about
good. Yeah,
immense.
Yeah.
My mother's trifle. That's a great dessert. It's an English meal. I'm not sure if my mom's 90, so she's coming over.
Nice.
And Phil's mom's coming over.
Yeah.
Look at Phil. Every time I tell Philip that his grandmother's 90, he goes,
well, she was 89 for the longest time.
90.
Were you?
So
she was like 12 when she had you then, huh, Dave?
Something like that. I was the third and final boy. Actually,
which
I have a 72-year-old brother. So,
yes,
there's that.
Yeah. And then what World War did she live through?
Is she part of the greatest?
World War II.
World War II. That's it.
World War II. That's it. Yeah. Civil War. Okay. Yeah. What do you want? My mom is coming over for Thanksgiving, and she's going to spend a couple of days. Phil's mom's coming over.
Good.
All right.
I'll watch the game, right?
There. She's
I'll be down.
Game. She's making the green bean casserole.
Yeah.
Maz? Wait, Maz? My mom's making the green
breaking
bean
news.
What the hell?
Oh,
okay, sweet. Well, I like stuffing. I guess back to the actual topic at hand. My favorite dish is stuffing.
This one.
I am a big fan of stuffing. I like it inside a bird, outside a bird, on top of a bird, however you want to make it, from a box, from a sock. Don't care.
Wow.
Green eggs and ham, Sam. Yep. I am.
I'm also a big. I'm a big ham guy. Not a big turkey guy. I feel turkey's very dry most of the time.
Getting
you gotta brine that turkey, Phil.
Yeah, but I was told that just means that it just has been. Everyone who's made it for me sucks. So I'll be trying a new turkey, a smoked turkey. My friend her father's making a smoked turkey, so that'll be nice. And then
that's coming over to our house for dinner too.
I'll see if she'll bring a plate if we're lucky. So, and then
can I get your address? Like,
sure, yeah,
sure. Lots of room. Lots of room.
If you just dial 911, they'll get you right there. So that always helps.
And the lion, and
I think as I'm also very excited for the broadcast. We have Jack White performing halftime. Will be very fun this year.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
They'll hand out the 6 turkey legs, I think, this year, because no more turducken. No more turducken. So
you remember when the Packers beat him a couple years ago? Jordan couldn't even get his turkey leg. They're like, it's gone.
I think they
got rid of that stuff.
Yeah, they took it away, then they brought it back.
Detroit, somebody stole it. Ba-dum-bum. Thank you.
Yes, that's right. You know what? You are correct. But yeah, it's a very fun. It's one of the cooler traditions for a team that's been predominantly pretty bad.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Bullshit baloney.
That's a little heavy, isn't it, Ren? Man,
it's fine.
The more he drinks, the nastier he.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Death,
you know what?
Liquid death, Dave. It's
they can as owners they can speak freely about their team. So
sure, that's right. Hey, it's okay.
Anyways,
above the fray.
Yeah, we're above the influence tonight, and so I think it'll be. Be very. God, I hope it's very fun. But Thanksgiving has been very interesting in my life. We had the Houston Texans game where the guy's knee was down, and then he ran it all the way in. But because the Lions challenged it, that means it negated the review because every touchdown was reviewed, so the touchdown stood. The year after they got rid of Joey Harrington, he came back and had like a perfect game.
For the Dolphins.
There's just been a lot of very fluky stuff on Thanksgiving. So, as much as we like to say this is always the time that back in the day it used to be, hey, this is our one win of the season. And luckily, this was our Super Bowl.
Get a dub, whatever was going on. Yeah.
Yeah, Scotty Mitchell, what year is that? 1930? I'm not too sure. Anyways,
95.
3 years old. Anyways, and so I think it'll be a nice fun one. And they always bring out the good jerseys. So we're getting the traditional old uniforms tonight, the throwback uniforms with the plain helmets, the solid blue and the solid silver.
Great.
So.
Okay.
Wonderful.
There's your take on it.
So Dave, Phil, who's the Lions' best player? I mean, obviously we just talked about Gibbs and 139 or more in 3 of the last 5 games from scrimmage, but is it Gibbs or is it St. Brown? Is it Hutch? Who's your guy? Who do we?
They really haven't.
Tell the throngs of fans who we have to look out for, maybe besides Gibbs. Who are some of your X factors that you see?
Hutch is going to go off.
Lions need come Thursday afternoon to win this.
Hutch is going to go off. You're going to see Hutch go off because he's been bad mouth, and I think he's really going to go off. That's what I think.
I'll give you one for each side of the ball. I think defensively, Jack Campbell, our middle linebacker. I'm sure you've heard a lot about him, but maybe you haven't. He's
getting better.
His ceiling is so much higher than what I could have imagined after them drafting him. He is the green dot now, but he's having 10 plus. There was some crazy stat after yesterday's game. I mean, he's
got 100 tackles already.
Yeah, he's got solo tackles, like just some insane stuff already from this guy, and he's the middle of our heart of our team. And then offensively,
J-Mo's going off.
I was going to say Brock Wright. I think they started to use him a lot more on our 3rd and 5 or shorter situations.
Don't have any choice.
Well, but I mean, again, I just think at tight end on those quick outs, they're going to try to use him like the Laporta did, and I think he'll actually have a really important game for them as well. And then Dan Skipper, I think, will be playing a lot, especially with how struggling the offensive line has been. You could see him go into a lot of heavy sets because Dan Campbell, for some odd reason, and I get it, it's the identity of the team, but with how struggling the O-line has been, they're going to try to establish that run. So,
I mean, you got the right guy to do it. Dave, is there a 4th down call in this game that bites you?
Probably, but there'll be 3 other ones that lead to scores. So I mean, one time they're not going to make it, and 3 times they will. So it's you live and die with it. That's what Dan Campbell is. That's what he does. Mm-hmm. We just are used to it, and we learn to live with it. It's very rarely he goes 0 for 5 like he did against the Eagles.
Yeah.
He's going to go. There you go.
Hey, Dave, you guys are at 56.5% success rate on 4th downs this season. Last season was 66%. So you're a little under where you should be. Where is your confidence level on that? And does that define you guys still? Or is this something that is just, part of the plan?
That's what they do.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the identity. I don't think it's going to change. I don't think Dan Campbell's going to change. Dan Campbell was one of 2 coaches to vote to keep in the tush push. Dan Campbell likes this sort of stuff. Dan Campbell wants you to play football. Dan Campbell wants to, when he goes and puts his head down at the end of the night, he wants his team to be in control of whether they win or lose and not let it be in anyone else's. So until anything changes, they're going to keep going for it. It's going to bite us in the ass, but it's also going to lead us to hopefully some champagne popping one day or something like that, where, we can look back on Dan Campbell and all the craziness that he ever did. And also, you know what? It makes other teams do it.
Yeah.
Teams, when they come and play us,
football.
have changed.
It really
Why
has.
did the Giants go for it? You know what I mean? I guess it's a little different.
College
They're 2-9
does it all the time now.
But yeah, I mean, the league has become a 4-down league, and it's kind of like how Steph Curry changed the way people did scoring in the NBA. I'm not saying it's maybe isn't impactful for that, but the amount of fourth downs that people go for now, you've seen it. You see it in that Eagles game. Even Sirianni, like, what are you doing there? There's a couple times where we go out. Well, no, I mean, they won. It's whatever. But again, I just think I think it just sets the tone of, yeah, but that's such a dodo brain move. But again, you know what Sirianni thinks, and that's how Dan Campbell thinks is, I believe my team is going to win this game because of this. So they're going to he trusts their team. Yeah. The Lions offense the past 4 years has shown that they're good enough to be a 4-down territory team. And for now, they'll keep doing it. It's crazy, but they'll just keep doing it.
The Packers have increased their attempts this season dramatically on 4th down, sometimes for better or worse. But I totally agree with you, Phil. I think it's a good thing for football in general and for the fans. It's great. And then when you get boos when the punting team comes on and you want some action on 4th down, right?
That's right.
Yeah, but I guess I'm still thankful that we have probably the best punter in the NFL, which is Jack Fox. So
we
take it.
We're not too shabby over on our side with Danny Whelan, but I hope he's not having to do a whole lot of that.
We never. I mean, you never want to see Jack Fox ever on the field. The less I see of Jack Fox, is the better that we're playing. Sure. But yeah, he's still, at least I'd rather have that than not have it. So
before we get to predictions here, guys, if the Lions do not win on Thursday, which is a strong possibility, tough schedule down the stretch. You guys worried?
Every day.
We're born worried. We're still worried.
Steelers, Vikings, and Bears.
Oh my!
Yeah, it doesn't look. It's not going to be a fun one down the stretch. I mean, they're gonna, that moves them to 7-5. It makes them making the playoffs a lot harder. I mean, it's a 1-game season from here on out. It's a must-win the rest of the way out. You let one slip to that Vikings game is just going to always that loss is really going to bite themselves in the buttocks. So but you know what? I think it's just be very interesting because you don't know what the Steelers look like. Aaron Rodgers, is he going to be able to play? He's got a broken hand or whatever. Same with, Amon-Ra St. Brown would usually be somebody I'd say to look out for, but he's dealing with a little bit of a hand injury these days. And so
he's got a hand injury.
He's
probably worse than they're letting on.
Yeah, and so he's trying to play through it, and so that makes it's been another kind of side effect of the offense is his ability to catch these days. So, I think it's but this is the schedule you want. You don't want to be like the Patriots are being gifted. You can't pick your schedule. I don't know. Don't apologize for schedules.
Look at the negative point differential. Chicago Bears leading the division. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But you get who you get, and you don't throw a fit, right? That's
yeah. I mean, I think it's still very clear that the 2 best teams in the division are the Packers and the Lions, and that the Bears are just a benefit of the schedule that they're playing. And we'll see.
The Bears are frauds. There, I've said it.
The Bears.
They will not make the playoffs. There, I've said that too.
Love it.
Well, that said, so I mean, clearly you guys don't think 3 teams from the NFC North are going to make the playoffs.
I don't think so. It would be very
Vikings get hot. No, because the Bears are frauds.
And you think? Would you say the odd team out is the Bears at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think again they're just probably another season away from being able to take that next step. I mean, they're looking a lot better, but they have just. I mean, again, you don't apologize for wins, but they let's see what they do down. It's going to be a gauntlet these last 6 weeks for all these 3 teams in the NFC North. But they all play each other. They're going to beat each other up. So it's the only downfall.
Was that the Packers' first divisional game yesterday?
Second.
No. Remember, we lost to them in the first week.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you don't count that one. Okay.
Yeah, but
I was going to remind
the Bears.
but you beat me to it.
Well,
the Bears, was that the Bears' first division game? Somebody was their first. Maybe it was the Vikings. I don't know.
Well,
never mind.
We're getting into NFC North Carolina. Yeah, no edits, Dave. No edits.
This is live. On. The people are commenting.
I'll lend me you $20. Okay, come on, do me an edit.
Well, for both of us, we're looking at a short week, so we got the injury report. I mean, I don't know how you dissect yours, but we're looking at one of our starting cornerbacks with a stinger, Keyshawn Nixon. He didn't participate today, so that gives me a little concern because when you're talking about the Detroit Lions and their offense, I mean, yeah, you don't have Laporta, but you have a few other weapons, and especially when you get Gibbs to the second level in space, he's danger. So, what you guys have told me and told us tonight, I feel a little better about our matchup here. I've always kind of lately have not feared the Lions, but worried about the Lions. But going into this game with a short week, coming off a win against the Vikings, the Packers look pretty good here and can, I think, keep momentum. So I think they win. I'm going to predict they win. I think they score 33 points, and I think the Lions score 27. I think you're going to see a few more of those Gibbs touchdowns.
Can I ask you a quick question? How many defensive snaps? Do you know how many defensive snaps your team played? Let me see if I can find that real quick.
Well, both teams ran the football a ton yesterday. It was a short game. I think that thing got done in just about 2 hours and like 38 minutes.
Okay. Well, they got a pitch clock now. They sped the game up quite a bit.
I just
the NFL likes to milk all their commercial TV time, so they want to get their ad revenue in. But it was one of the quickest games I've been to in quite a long time.
They need the money.
Defensive snaps, your guess is as good as mine.
I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm digging. Don't worry, I'm digging.
He's digging deep in there. While he's digging, I will give you my prediction. Let me see here. Oh boy. Lions 23, 26. Lions 26. Packers 23. There it is. There it is in my
27. 27 is the magic number for the Packers. So I'm going to go 27-24 Pack over the Lions. But outside of Micah, who are a couple people on the Packers that you guys worry about or things coming in this game you've thought, hey, Green Bay's coming in. I'm a little concerned about this. This gives me a little pause with the Packers.
Phil, anybody give you a little pause?
That's on Jordan the Packers teams.
I guess.
Didn't your guys' your backup running back played really well this past week, right?
Yeah. Emmanuel Wilson. He was our first 100-yard rusher of the season. Yes.
Wow. Better late than never.
Yep. Better late than never, no doubt. Yep.
Emmanuel Lewis, is that the guy's name?
No, Emmanuel Wilson. Yeah.
Okay, I heard him. I just thought.
Yeah, Wilson.
What you talking about, Willis? That was Emmanuel Lewis, wasn't that? No, Emmanuel Lewis was the guy.
Is that Webster?
Yeah. Webster, thank you. And his father on that show was Alex Karras, Lions Hall of Famer.
Wow, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We're digging deep into the trivia now.
Holy
he was suspended for a whole year back in the early.
Bob Uecker, we were on really get off the rails here, or what?
In the early 60s, he was suspended for a whole year for gambling. Boy, glad they keep that illegal, huh? Oh,
all right. Yeah, there's a few more issues in and around the sports verse with that stuff.
They got a cap on that gambling. Phil, have you figured it out? Are you still?
Right, I'm just waiting for you guys.
Let me give it to Phil.
So I guess my biggest concern is that your Packers played 66 snaps on no, hold on. That's offense.
I'm sure there's a point to this statement, but
44 snaps. Okay. The Lions played 82 snaps on defense. We almost played double the amount of the game, and that's my biggest. Overtime or not, it's a short week.
Mileage.
The mileage, I just get worried about.
Mm-hmm.
The fatigue. So again, I think Lions win
worse.
a tough one. I think it'll be 31-28 Lions final. Jake Bates walk off in the house.
Yeah, Jake Bates with that huge
again.
leg.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bates is our boy. So
with time expiring. All right.
Yeah.
Tay, did you give us a score?
Yeah, I did. No, it was like 10 minutes ago, but
I know.
Nobody listens when Tay talks. It's all right.
Oh, come on now, man.
Well,
you do a show with this guy all the time.
Yeah,
yeah. My sympathy.
Yeah, once a week at least. Woo. Well,
yeah.
The Lions, for us when we go into Detroit on Thanksgiving, it does, historically it has never really been great for us. We've kind of always, go back to the dinner table for thirds
There you
after
go.
a loss.
There you
So,
go.
I'm open to any possibility here because it's historically accurate that the Packers could drop this, but to me they do look like favorites. Although the Lions are they're
the home cooking.
The home
it's 3, right?
Yep. Yeah. The home cooking.
Yeah.
So they're that could be a Bates thing right there. So I don't know. I'm still uneasy about it. Short week and all, going into your town. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. But the Packers, I think, should come on top. Of course, that's me saying it. I know you guys will say that Detroit will win, but yeah, I mean, this is huge for both teams, and
it's must wins for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a pivotal game in the division, no doubt about it. This is big time football. I think of the 3 games being played on Thursday, this is the best game with the most implication.
For sure. Agree.
It is.
Agree.
All right, boys. Are you all good on all your questions in Packers fulfillment?
I think so, Phil.
Yeah, I'm good. I think it'll be very interesting.
How many defensive plays did they have 3 weeks ago, Phil? Do you know how many defensive plays that the Packers had? How many they averaged? I'm sorry. Oh, he's going to give me crap now. You see that? Look, I'm going to kick your. I'll see you Thursday, son. I love you.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Hey, next time I just won't say anything, guys. Sorry for trying to boost the content of the show.
No, you did great.
Don't worry, Phil. You're the mailman's kid anyway.
That's all right. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. That's okay.
Well, listen,
the only thing me and my dad have in common are flat asses. So,
and you're Lions fans. So
some might say for now.
Yeah.
Well, Dave and Phil
the Cub podcast starts next week. It's a rival podcast with my other dad. So,
Phil, I am
he's getting a new dad.
I just got a new dad off Temu. Okay, so
there you go.
Just box them up, ship them over. Hey, speaking, I did not get the moon phase.
Yeah, and neither did I. AI didn't help me at all. The AI didn't help us. I think it has something to do with playoffs or something.
Maybe we'll see you guys in the playoffs. Maybe we'll get to do this again before next year. It's always enjoyable, fellas. It really is.
It is. It's good time. I enjoy the camaraderie, no doubt.
Well, even if Packers fans, I mean, you guys do the live streamcast during your game. So if there are any Lions fans watching, even if Packer fans want to show up and troll, I mean, we're all about that. I mean, they do.
Yes, absolutely.
So here's their spread here. So
Tay, Packer Universe needs to go. If the Packers are just putting a beat down on them, just go ruin their Thanksgiving holiday.
Hey, we'll put you on the air. We don't care. I'll put you on the air. I don't care.
You're not afraid.
We did that before at halftime. This year? Was it this year?
It was last year.
Or was it last year? Yeah. I can't remember.
That sounds like God damn it.
Well,
okay. All right.
Okay. I appreciate you guys coming on. We always love to chat
sir.
About the Lions.
Always. Yes. Thank you guys.
So we really appreciate it. And, well,
guys are great.
Stick around for through the outro, guys, and we'll chat off mic here. But thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you guys as always. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Goodbye, Green Bay. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.